Hey, great to have you here. So I was asked if I could take a look at and discuss the second and latest Until Dawn trailer, and figured let's do it. I'd give you a shout out by name, but I know some people are a little bit more private here and there, so I'm going to be mindful of that. After watching the trailer, I realized some of the footage was reused from the previous trailer, but I did want to run through some of the additions with screenshots that I took and give my thoughts there. Throughout this video, I'm going to give 3 predictions that I have for the movie, so keep an eye out there, and let me know some of your own predictions. Quick reminder before diving in, if you haven't subbed to the channel yet, I'd be super thankful for your support there. Now let's look at some of these photos. So first up, we have this girl who's laying on the ground, and she's pretty much being chased by this guy in a mask and being killed off. We had this in the previous trailer, but I want to point out some things here. It feels like, in my opinion, the first prediction I will have is this is going to be the opening kill of the movie, and it seems like this is probably the sister of the main character. I was trying to see the face here, if it related to any of the people we see throughout the trailer. Doesn't seem like it does, in my opinion. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this seems like a character that we don't get throughout the rest of the trailer, so this makes me think that this is potentially the sister, leading to this being the opening kill that we get from the movie. From there, they kind of hammer home the point that this is really just reliving the same night over and over again. This is why a lot of people have the criticism that this is more of a Dead by Daylight type of movie instead of Until Dawn. But we just get a lot of the clips of them running backwards, showing that they're going back in time after they die and just reliving the night once again. So we see the clock here, we see them running backwards again. We see them kind of dying in various ways and being shocked here and there. One thing to point out with one of the creatures, we actually see them a little bit more close up this time. So we saw them in the distance previously, and this time a little bit closer up. This person looks a little bit more humanoid than what I expected, so not sure if there's going to be more developments there as far as what these creatures are and how they came about, but kind of showing that they're not necessarily just these creatures. They may have some human elements to them. I don't know if that's implying they're Wendigos that converted from previous humans, or really what the backstory is for some of these creatures that are out there, but we get a better look seeing this person's probably more humanoid than we would have maybe thought. We then get a close-up of the one we've gotten previously of them popping kind of a jump scare through that hole. And I'm kind of wondering from this photo, is this the same girl from the beginning? I may be wrong here, but it seems like if I look closely, the shirt that they're wearing kind of seems similar to the girl who gets attacked from the very beginning of the trailer. It seems like this could be the same character, just converted to a Wendigo at this point. From there, just some other shots of somebody being attacked. We see a close-up of this creature kind of attacking this person. Their mouth and nose looks kind of weird shaped here, but it shows they're kind of like evolved into this creature. Maybe this is, once again, somebody that turned at some point. And then we get a scene of a clown doll being there in a rocking chair. Not sure, maybe this is some past history of one of the characters, or really what the inclusion of this clown doll is, but seems like it's part of the setting here. And here's the second prediction I have, kind of going on top of the previous point that I had with the girl looking like that Wendigo. We have the scene where the guy's getting killed off here, getting attacked at least, by this person in a mask. And if we look closely, I'll show some other photos here if we can kind of compare them, but the jacket and the hair and just overall, this looks like the main character of the movie that we've seen in a lot of the shots. So not sure this means that they're going to start attacking each other, but that's the second prediction I have. A lot of these victims wind up attacking each other or just turning at some point, whether it's turning into a Wendigo or just turning into a villain in some capacity. So seems like from these trailers that we're getting scenes of these characters attacking each other. So I'm not sure if there's going to be some plot point there where they have to kill each other off, but she's obviously dressed up in this mask from what I can tell and killing off the guy. Next up is a shot that we did get from the original full trailer, having this big creature in the background with the car pulling up to it. Curious to see what this looks like kind of more in screen. We just kind of get this blurry, foggy photo of this thing, but this thing looks ginormous. If that's the car, obviously perspective may change, but that thing looks huge. Not sure how they're going to get away from that or really what's going to take place there, but it'd be really cool to see some big creature attacking them and chasing after them. Kind of like a Jurassic Park thing where the T-Rex is chasing after the car. Next up, once again, this looks like the same outfit that the girl from the very beginning that I showed is wearing. And I'll maybe try to show some comparison shots, but this looks like the same kind of whiter outfit with different colors throughout it. And she's turned at this point. And maybe the shot we see of them coming through the hole is kind of more evolved turn. Not sure, but it does seem like these characters are turning into these creatures that are attacking them. So maybe there's going to be something where you're trapped in this forever, and then you turn into the creature, and you wind up attacking your friend group. They kind of did some of that with Until Dawn in the game. I don't want to be too spoilery, but when that game kicks off, you have the 2 girls, and they wind up turning into the Wendigos. So that could be what's going on here and what's at play as far as these creatures being once human, but they got kind of trapped in this timeline and are now the creatures ultimately. Next up, I'm really curious about how this shot's going to play out, because we have this person on the ground. It seems like one of the girls, and her belly is pretty full here. So not sure if she's like pregnant with something or if it's like an alien type situation where there's something inside of her. We definitely got that in the prior trailer with the girl having the thing on her face and the creature going inside of it. So maybe it's more of that, where there's like an alien chest burster thing going on here, but kind of weird scene where there's something appears to be inside of her, and it's probably not something good for her. And then finally, just once again, I get a close-up of one of these creatures, so it definitely looks to be more of a human than we may have thought previously. So I'm not sure, is this a Wendigo? Is this kind of just a zombie or just turned human that's really being possessed at this point? We'll have to get more developments as far as what really is the lore behind these creatures there. And then finally, for my third prediction, I don't have any photos necessarily to show this, but I kind of feel like they have to have some tie back to the games, because they really don't want to alienate their fan base. They want to appease them and really make two groups. They want to have new fans get interested in the storyline, but they want to have the people that play the game really enjoy the experience as well. So I think we're going to probably get some Easter eggs secretly included here in the movie. I know there's a lot of people that I point out are kind of frustrated thinking this is more of Dead by Daylight. This is not really Until Dawn as far as the plot goes. But my prediction, my third prediction, is that we're either going to get Rami Malek or Hayden Panettiere as cameos here, either as their characters or just as them as actors, because that would be something that would appease fans, and it's an easy thing to include there just at the end of the movie potentially, or something along those lines. Honestly, in some of the earlier photos where you had the guy attacking the girl at the beginning with the mask on, that kind of almost looked like a Rami Malek type of outfit from the game, but not sure that'll be him, but it would be pretty smart in my opinion. This is kind of the most out there prediction I have, but to include some character or some actor from the game in this movie, kind of satisfying folks saying, okay, we're paying attention to you. We realize the plot's a little bit different, but it's definitely still part of the Until Dawn universe here. So what are your thoughts on this second trailer? What are your thoughts on some of the predictions that I had here? What are your own predictions, as I mentioned at the beginning? We'd love to talk all things Until Dawn, either game or movie. Obviously, this movie comes out in a couple months, so looking forward to seeing that. Probably do a review of that as well. So let's just talk all things Until Dawn down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to talk to you again soon.